In with us for the pledge, please. I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Heavenly Father, we give thanks for so many things in our lives. We humbly ask that you be with all those people who need to be on the roads in the next few days, many of them protecting us, and that they travel safely wherever they go. In your name we pray. Amen.
Amen. You may be seated. Well, I also want to welcome those that are with us live. We're now able to do, I was just sharing with the group, we're able to broadcast live on Facebook, all of our meetings. Thank you, Chris Widener, who's on the other end of that iPad. You'll be able to hear him and not see him, and some of the things that happen live. Anyway, Tim Gibson, our district governor-elect, is online with us. Tim, would you like to greet everybody? They won't be able to see you, but they can hear you.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you very much, Mike. My pleasure. I got the invite from Chris, and I jumped on the opportunity to join your meeting today. Look forward to actually being with you in person on my governor visits as we get into the new Rotary year. I was just doing a little research on Rensselaer. Obviously, I know there's quite a historical history to your town and to your community, but I did not know that Tom Harmon was from Rensselaer, who was the 1940 Heisman Trophy winner from Michigan. And the reason I bring that up is because I worked with a guy in Fort Wayne. His name was Mark Chappius, and Mark's dad was Bob Chappius, and he was the second runner-up behind Tom Harmon. So there you have it. We've got a Fort Wayne Rensselaer connection.
I apologize, Tim. Our signal is a little weak apparently, so we're losing you a little bit.
Okay.
But I do appreciate you being on. Are you able to hear me?
Yes. Yeah, your
All
your
right.
signal is a
I
little choppy.
apologize for that. That's one of the things we're
No
working
problem.
on. Thank you for visiting us today. Thank you, Chris, for inviting me. Let's give our district governor-elect. I think you can probably see him on the screen if some of you looked over that way. Chris was able to make that happen. I'm not a fifth grader. I barely got out of high school, so I'm no good at IT. So, I always told my kids I graduated in the top 10% of the bottom half of the class. You do the math. So, but it's good. Lots of guests. I know Ned has invited a guest as well. Just about got to invite there. Would you introduce your guest, please?
Hi, Jim Hall here from White Castle.
Jim, welcome.
Thank you.
Jim has visited with us a few times, and we're more than glad to have him. And it's kind of exciting to see him here with us today. So, on the note of each one bring one, I just sent out an email with some information in it on that subject on Friday. Our Rotary International president will be speaking to us virtually. All of the connection information, everything is in the email that you guys just got. But he will be talking about each one bring one, and it's during the day. It's kind of at your lunch break. Won't be very super long, but this is part of the series of conversations that matter that he has been putting together, and it's just kind of neat. It gives you an opportunity to sit in front of a computer screen or even your iPhone or whatever, and be able to actually hear our Rotary International Shaker president speak to us. So on that note, most of you know, I kind of attached to the theme, each one bring one. Each one drink one. Cheers. District governor got a hold of that. She said, I don't know if you can do that or not. I said, I don't know either, but it's working. We've added about 6 members just in the short amount of time here in the last 6 months or so. So we're excited about that. So today, as we had mentioned to you, we have kicked off. We've had a couple of meetings last, I don't know, it's been a series of meetings. Terry Fagley, one of our newest members, is kind of taking the bull by the horns on this one, which is kind of exciting. Shaker, when he come in as Rotary International president, put together the Empowering Girls Initiative was one of his focuses. Since then, it has kind of evolved, and you've heard me talk about this a little bit. Our next 2 Rotary International presidents are going to be women. I just found that out today. But the next one coming in is from Canada, and she is going to pick up the initiative the next year. And one of the goals is to be at least 30% women members Rotary internationally. So that's I can tell you around here. I got no shame. I can tell you around here it's clear. Our gals are getting it done, and pretty excited about that. Whether it's pork burger committees or whatever it is that needs to be done, it's happening. And so I'm very appreciative. I think it's about time. Maybe Mindy's going to run another round as Rotary president. I mean, she's shaking her head. I think it was a hard no, actually. Yeah. Anyways, good, Mindy. You got to think I know. But we've had many women across the years, the past few years, that have just picked up and helped us, and I'm excited about that. Our numbers are already pretty close to that, just so you know. So that should put us up for an award just almost down the chute. Kind of excited about that element. So Terry has begun to work with, I'll let her introduce some folks that she's brought with her today. It's kind of exciting. We sat down last Tuesday night at Fenwick's and kind of hammered out a quick plan. They got together in the last week. I think it was 2 days later, I got an email and said, hey, here's what we're going to do. You want to share it on Tuesday? I said, yep, that's what we'll do on Tuesday. Terry, come introduce your guests, and let's give Terry a hand. She's one of our little. Outlines. Is there going to be a test at the end?
No test, no test.
Good.
Yes, it's all right, Jeanette.
I'm sure.
This is pretty much what you got in the email the other day. So on this Empowering Girls, I'm so excited about this. Together we empower. That's kind of where we're going. We are going to do a Saturday afternoon in April. We've got some great speakers that we're going to have that day. We're going to pamper some girls and try to get girls educated in our area against maybe some sex trafficking and violence, and getting them some self-esteem, talk to them about bullying, that sort of thing. I'm working with Carmen, which you all see back there, and you're welcome to come on up. Anything you want to input would be great. She is a health and human sciences educator at the Purdue Extension Office. Actually, Brian is the one that got us connected with Carmen because she had started a program similar to this right before COVID hit. So then that was kind of put on hold. So she had some basic things kind of laid out, and we are just kind of going in with her project. You want to talk a little bit about what we're going to do? And
Sure. So as Terry was already saying, we are going to have some people come in and just kind of work with these young girls. And granted, yes, we say young girls, and the itinerary here says moms invited, but we are not going to be discriminatory, maybe. So if there's a boy that wants to come or identifies female, or there's only dads that's, have these girls, maybe there's not a mom in the house or they're being raised by grandparents, aunts and uncles, they're also gonna be invited. So we'll actually reword that when the marketing is ready to go out. So I actually met Frankie Lane a couple of weeks ago now in person. And so just the camaraderie between the two of us when she came to my office, she was just a good person that I felt like would be good to tackle the bullying so that it's not so serious, you know, kind of light, kind of, you know, funny, but still getting the important points across. And then we're also gonna have Shannon Anderson, who is also here today.
If you want to come on up and just kind of tell everybody, I think pretty much knows who you are, but just kind of talk about, you know, what you do.
Yeah.
That would be great.
Well, Terry asked me to come this morning, so I wasn't quite sure.
I
Sharing. I'm very excited to be a part of this. As a teacher for 25 years at the elementary level and also at St. Joe, and a mom of 2 girls, I'm very passionate about this subject. I taught and now I speak and write full time, and most of my topics for writing and speaking are on social, emotional learning needs and mental health. So when she asked me, I was like, yeah, I would love to talk about that. Just to give you an idea of the types of things that I write, it's mostly for a younger audience, but I write a lot about growth mindset. So this is why it's forget, the growth mindset alphabet, talking about resilience and learning from mistakes and positivity. And then this is one of my older ones, but Penelope Perfect. And this is something I want to address with these girls is, you know, in the world that we're living in, there is so much comparison. When I think about what my girls grew up in versus what I did, I'm so thankful that I didn't have social media when I was growing up because of all of the comparison and what you see online and what you think is real. And there's just so much to unpack there. And then my newest one coming out is I Love Strawberries. And although it is an agriculture book, it's through Feeding Minds Press, it also was written with the intent to be a book on determination. And so that's a lot of what I talk about are those skills and positive habits that can help shape us, that we can be kind and that we can have a growth mindset and so that we can be successful. I hope to share this with the girls that day.
Perfect. We thank you so much for your involvement.
So then also looks like we have Sheriff Pat Wilson is going to be joining us, and he's going to talk about the sex trafficking aspect, you know, and then also teaching some of the different self-defense. Hopefully he'll be able to actually teach them some self-defense moves, or at least kind of talk them through some so that they can be happy.
Yeah, when I talked to him today, he was really excited about being a part of it. And he said, you know, I will teach them maybe signs to look for, how to stay safe, and then actually some moves. And I, you know, just to make it fun, interactive, you know, and let them walk away with maybe a little more prepared.
Yeah. And so because we don't want this to be just totally just super serious, being talked at the entire time, we also worked in some activities as well. So we're going to try to do like a cupcake, like decorating stand. So like that'll be their refreshment. We're going to have to, of course, keep it COVID safe. So we're thinking maybe have all of the decorating the toppings individually packaged for the girls that register. And then they can just kind of decorate their own cupcake. And then also Tanya Northrop, she also agreed to come and let the girls make some form of jewelry. So I expressed to her necklaces, earrings, and bracelets. So she'll just bring all of her materials so that the girls can make something. So I don't know if you guys know her or you've seen her at the fair last year, but she actually did a couple of jewelry making activities at the fair last year. So that's how I got that idea.
Yes, well, we're excited about that. I think the one, we're gonna need some help with this, you know, we're gonna need some help with how do we get them there? What's our hook in order to get them there? I mean, I realize that if we say door prizes, Shannon gave me some great ideas. She said door prizes, you know, here are the things that we're gonna do for you that day. Let us pamper you, you know, so if any of you have any ideas, any door prizes that we can come up with, or goodies in the goodie bag that will, kind of get their attention, make them want to come. Since this is kind of an inaugural thing, it is, it's just important, that we get the word out. The radio station, John has said whatever we need in the form of ads. My thought is social media, obviously, but how do I reach those kids? Where do I go for that? We're going to contact the school counselors, get some help from them. Hopefully AJ will let us, send some flyers around through the school system, things like that, but he has not okayed that yet. So we're still waiting on that. Any door prize ideas, any ideas for the goodie bags? Any ideas for decorating? We would love to have input on all of that. So any questions for us or any suggestions? Yes.
It might be helpful if you talk to like the Honor Society stuff,
Okay.
where if they attend this could go toward their service hours or something like that.
Oh, that's great. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. I keep forgetting about that.
Yes. Now, would Heather be involved in that?
I don't think she sponsors that anymore.
Okay, okay.
Is that the same?
No, I'm not volunteering.
No, no.
He just quit. He started and quit.
I asked him one question, then you both.
You want to put my name in the minutes?
Is that the same as your leaders as well, or?
Sunshine
I'm not
Society,
sure.
Community Service Club, National Honor Society, almost all of those, yeah.
Somebody admin at the buildings would know who's in
We
charge
know
of
who's
all
in
this.
charge of that. Okay, okay, great, thank you. Yes.
Seems like social media is kind of hard on the girls because they see the photographs that other girls take with each other
Absolutely.
and they're not invited to that and it hurts their feelings. And what do you teach them about that?
I really don't know that we are going to be able to cover that exactly. We're going to talk about the bullying aspect though, and we can kind of bring it around to that a little bit. Shannon, I don't know if you're going to cover anything like that in your self-esteem.
Yeah.
Great, okay. So, maybe Shannon can kind of hit on that a little bit, and that is important.
How would the girls sign up? Sorry.
No, I'm sorry, I was just gonna write that part about the social media, so, and bullying.
Okay.
I can tell, Frankie as well.
Okay. I'm sorry, Russ, what were you saying?
How would the girls sign up that hear about this on their own? Who would they go to, or how do they?
I'm gonna let you were talking about that this morning.
Yeah, so I'm going to create a Qualtrics. And so then they'll just be able to go into that Qualtrics link and register. And then we'll just get the information as it comes in.
Oh, individually.
Yeah.
Straight shot.
Straight
Beautiful.
shot, that's what that's what we
Beautiful.
want is a straight shot. Now, what we're gonna do, hopefully, is get it on the school's webpage, their Facebook page,
Sure.
things like that, I think, and then, you also have the 4-H and Extension newsletter.
Oh, right.
And so she's gonna put it there, we're just gonna reach, anybody who's involved in Extension. So we're gonna try to get word out not only to the girls, but also to the adults that might be in their life, so it might be something that.
We
Yeah.
will also get some press, just so you know, from District 6540. That'll be automatic and automatic as long as we provide the information, which is picked up off of our social media stuff. And
great.
I'll guarantee you, we can do a lot of that.
Good.
The more the merrier. If you feed me images and those kind of things, and QR, if you want to do it that way, sometimes that works real
Yeah,
well.
sometimes it does work really well.
But I know we can make a lot of that happen. Our social media page has been very kind to us.
Yeah.
We found that out with our Mayfield project. It was like, wow. And literally there are thousands now following it. So we have a great coverage.
Right, and I was so glad that you mentioned that about maybe grandparents or, because maybe somebody's working and somebody else can tag along. So this is not simply just for the girls, but it will be targeting, yes.
So I'm assuming that in this room is going to be some of the hands and feet as well. You're going to need people that are volunteers. So
Absolutely. We want to help decorating, we want to help the day of the event a
So
little
we'll
bit.
develop some kind of a sign-up sheet. You'll see that in our emails.
Great.
We'll get that out as soon as we can, and
Okay.
we'll get the hands and feet.
Sounds good. Any questions or suggestions? Just let us know. We would love to hear from you.
Especially with the decorating piece, because I think so far we talked about just getting like big pictures of I think we were talking about athletes, right?
Yes, soccer players,
Yeah.
women's soccer team, women's softball team, the Olympics are here, it will be over, just shortly after that. We thought, just maybe some positive examples to have throughout the building.
If you have any other ideas, we are definitely.
That's true. All right, thank you.
So on the financial, because things do come down to money, as we all know, we have already, I believe, Rotary put $500 right up front. There was another $250 donated yesterday.
Yes.
We're looking at about $1,000 budget, we think. So Terry and I both are kind of collaborating a little bit, and anyone else in this room, this is why I'm pulling you into this. If you have a business or know of a business or a group of people that would like to be a sponsor, pretty much for the sponsorship, you will get the logo and mentions in everything that we put out. That's what we traditionally do. And just so you know, and so if you're interested in doing that, see Terry, myself, shoot us email, text, or otherwise, and we'll make sure that we get your money. I'm not shy when it comes to that. So that will help, especially with the money side. And we want to be, obviously, it's going to be free for the girls. That's given. And so in order to be able to do that, we have to have all that underwritten long before they get there. So I do want to thank Carmen for jumping in on this, and we're kind of gleaning the benefits of something that she had already put into motion. Thank you, Shannon, for being here today. I have followed your work. I think it's phenomenal. I do appreciate your involvement at the level that you do with the education, especially. So it's good to have them here today. I have a personal friend of Frankie Lane's as well, just so you know. I was just surprised to see her name. So that will be, don't tell her that I'm involved with this. It'll be fun. So anyway, I really appreciate you guys being involved with that and helping us with that. A couple, got several announcements here I need to finish up with, and if you have something to share with us as well. Ryla, excitingly enough, I came last week and I cried a sad story and went back to my office, and I got a phone call from Heather Hall. And she said, hey, can I get those together for you? I go, yeah, I haven't called you yet. She goes, I got the email too. She's always taking care of it for us. So that is in motion. We put on the calendar both 2 speaking dates, one for the nominees to be able to come before the meeting, and also on the calendar after they go in April. They will be coming back and speaking to us. So we're waiting on that process as we speak to get them registered. All happens pretty quick. March 15th is the deadline for that. So I'm doing a little better job, not patting myself on the back, but I'm realizing that I'm doing a better job putting on our calendar the district events. So if you're kind of curious about what's going on in the district, and anyone's welcome to get on our email list, by the way. And if you just shoot me your email, make sure that are apprised of that. And I like sending out the calendar and the bi-weekly updates so that people kind of know what's going on and what Rotary's doing. And so those are a couple things that you will find on there as well. One of the things we want to take care of real quickly this morning is our 50-50. How many tickets do we have here? And we're going to add $1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, $8 to the kitty, and now we are at $118 on our 50-50. And you're sitting right on the end. You have these tickets to choose from, right there off the end. If you don't pull oracles, he starts crying. 965-4277. All right, Scott, we're looking for the Queen of Hearts. This is the George Tonner 50-50. Half of that will go to the foundation. The other half will go to Scott, who will give it to the foundation. Oh, I'm sorry. 5 of clubs, we'll never get anything done that way. All right. Wah. Maybe next time. I put out a invitation for Super Bowl party at my house. Many of you may already have plans, so let me know if you're planning on coming so I can buy enough wings. Because I guess there's a shortage on chickens this year. So I'm told. So at least the wing. Apparently there's a lot of amputees walking around. Here all day, folks. But anyway, let me know right away if you're planning on coming, how many guests, so that I can make sure that we're prepared for that. I have to put the order in by Friday. That's why it's kind of short notice on that. So we've been working on, I was gonna have Sue talk about the color guard today. I know that between the original donation, I think we're somewhere right around $1,000 is where we're at. REMC donated some money. The grant went to someone else, but we're needing to raise about $3,000. And I talked to Kenny today, so I'll follow up on that and I'll try to get in our next email. I just didn't know exactly. I thought maybe Sue would be here today and be able to do that. So our next meeting is Tuesday night at Fenwick's, 5:15. That's our evening meeting. We've been having a good time, haven't we? Those have been kind of fun. So come out. If you bring a guest, you get a drink and your guest gets a drink on Rotary. I wasn't kidding when I said each one bring one, each one drink one. And that's where it happens. So that's how that works. And even if a guest brings a guest, still works the same way. So we've had quite a few people show up and sit down with us and talk with us. And it's kind of worked out pretty nice. Kind of excited about that. Check your emails. Turn off your calendar, read your calendar, stamp it on your forehead, do whatever you have to do. Rotary International convention is in person. Got the word today. Kind of excited about that in Houston, Texas. It's in our backyard. And literally, I mean, you don't come to the States very often. So here's an opportunity to go to Houston, Texas and see literally Rotary clubs from all over the world. Well, converge on Houston, and that's kind of exciting. So if you want to get registered, find out more information about that, it's on our website. And that is all of my infomercials, I think. Anybody else have anything they wanted to share today that maybe I skipped over? Glad to see you all. Mindy's got her smile on today. It was cold while she was in Florida. I think that's very funny.
Hey, cloudy.
Hey, cloudy. Yeah, she said, yeah, all the way around, it was a bust.
Lisa's cloud.
It was Lisa's body. All right, thank you. Stand with us for the 4-way test, which is on this banner right here. All the things we think, say, or do. First, is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendships? Will it be beneficial to all concerned? Have a good rest of the day, folks.